Check 1, check 2.
Woot woot.
And we're back.
The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town.
Woo. So right on. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is just about 11 p.m. on the East Coast, and it's time for another episode of C3 Comic Show.
Space Ghost, coast to coast.
You're listening to the hits.
To the hits.
Yeah. This is
Side
like,
note,
the
it's-
soft love channel.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's. Did you bring that up because you know the Space Ghost?
Yeah.
Because the voice actor died.
Yeah.
Oh,
Quite
I
sad.
was gonna say that Adult Swim released all of the episodes free for streaming on their website.
No,
Yeah,
the dude who
that was in honor
but
of...
the
But
dude
they
who
did that.
did Zorak.
Oh yeah, I saw
Oh
that.
man,
Yeah, he's only 53.
Yeah, he was young.
take
Yeah.
a moment of silence for that.
All right.
Yeah, no, I didn't hear that actually. I just
Yeah.
oh,
Unfortunately,
that sucks.
yes.
Sorry, man.
But can't go wrong with more
Yeah,
Space Ghost.
thanks-
Who's
thanks
also
for
making a
blessing us
return
with
in
Space Ghost.
Future Quest, coming at us from DC. One of the better throwback Hanna-Barbera stories that we're getting out of the deal.
Yeah,
What is the deal with that? Who wanted that?
Future Quest? I don't know. Nobody.
Who wanted the Hanna-Barbera comics? Period. I've heard Scooby-Doo is good.
So far, Apocalypse is picking up, and then Wacky Raceland, which I can't sell, but people have been giving it just absolutely rave reviews.
Well, just because people aren't buying it doesn't mean it's not good. We've come across that before.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, we are in North Dakota. You know, we will, I have accepted that fact. Top 10 nationwide. Well, it's like, I sold 3. You know,
When does
Yeah.
Batman show up?
Yeah.
it's like. Speaking of Batman sold out again this week, so that was rolling right along. Rebirth is kicking ass, and although I think it's finally hitting its plateau by issue 10, I think we're going to see a significant slow
Drop off, yeah.
You know. Hard to say though. But
I've fallen a little bit behind. I've been busy, but I've fallen a little bit behind. This twice a month stuff is. I thought I wanted more, but
right, I've noticed there's a lot of people that it's messing up, and even like myself from a retail standpoint, it's definitely screwed me up. These last 2.5 months have been kind of chaotic and getting caught up. And well, like today, I finally had my Green Arrow number 6s show up, so it was Green Arrow 6 and 7. You know, 2 weeks after it was due, and it's like finally showed up today. So I was like,
Lovely.
but then it screws me up because then I'm like, every time I have to do a reorder, or like this week we sold out of Batman, it's like, oh, I better order 5 more, maybe 10 more. But it's like, we're not going to have them until 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the new
And
ones
so
Yeah.
within the next 2 weeks, everybody that had wanted it will have gotten it one way or another, I think. And then and then you put them on the rack, and then they get to sit there because nobody else comes in for them for some weird reason. So, but yeah, Batman's going strong. Flash, Green Arrow, all those guys.
Fight Club graphic novels finally out. So
Yep, hardcover.
get
I
that.
gotta get that.
Yeah. Mike,
I have an extra copy.
He's got an extra copy thanks to me. So.
I need that in my life.
All right, is in my truck right now. So, before I
make
go
this
tonight,
happen.
yes, because I'm a disorganized freaking slob.
Hey, we got
Not
it.
that there's
though.
anything wrong with that.
Hey, no, but
I mean, look at the good it caused. You now have a copy that you
Correct,
don't have to
yes.
wait for. So
Thank you.
You're welcome.
yes,
Oh,
Exactly.
you might. I mean,
Yeah.
it was all Mike, but
no, it's,
Turtles, Batman, graphic novel
That's
just came
right.
out.
yep.
I still
So
have yet to read that.
Yeah, and then this week,
I also have yet to read that, but I gotta say something that Kyle told me about that book that was 100% true. The Turtles Batman collection. If you like those two things, buy that book because the extra art you get in that book is worth it was like $30 price tag alone. It's like half of it is like half the book is art. It's awesome.
Like variant covers and
Yep.
different stuff.
It's
It's just
so cool to
beautiful.
see.
fantastic. And then this week, what day is it today? September 20th. Yeah, Batman Turtles #1 director's cut came out.
Ooh.
And so for all you sketch lovers and notebook fiends, I always like it's hit or miss with some of those director's cuts, but
it makes
is
it makes a
nice.
good coffee table book. so.
yeah, it's nice to be able to have.
Class up your place, guys. Come on.
That's right.
Get together.
Seriously.
Bring
Sketch
the
art's
ladies
where
over.
it's at.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
The
full
lady
colors.
wants
So
the director's cut.
Yeah.
yeah.
Dang right.
Is that how you got yours, Josh?
Yeah, of
Just
course.
saw your director's cut.
Josh on the Streets director's cut.
Now we know that's a lie.
It's out there.
So the Captain America movie just came out finally on DVD. So I'll have to check that out. That's been on my radar for a while. I didn't make it to the theater somehow, but did go to Suicide Squad, and I know it's been out for about a month, but I loved it. I don't care what people say.
Good. You're in the right camp.
It was awesome. It was one of DC's best movies. I mean, loved everything about it. So
I fully admit I did not end up going to it in the theater, but I did throw it in my pre-order on Amazon. So I'm like, I'll own it at some point. But then I always forget. I don't know. I buy movies and I forget I bought them.
Like my grandma.
Yeah, and then it's like,
yeah,
She had like 5 copies of Austin Powers.
once, I saw like 50 copies of Goldmember at the pawn shop in Fargo once, so maybe that's where she got it. She's like, these poor guys have all this Goldmember. I must take some.
must partake.
Yeah, but Suicide Squad was, I mean, I'm glad I saw it in theaters. Like, for the first time, I can actually say it did feel like a comic book movie.
Yes.
Not a movie based on comic books. It was a comic book movie, so.
I mean, we can address the same things that have been said before. I think there was a few pacing issues and all that, but overall, it was an awesome movie. I'm glad I saw it in theaters as well. And I wish people would stop giving it such a hard time. And,
Come at me, haters.
and just
I'll talk to you each. I'll defute all of your points.
people just need to quit giving the DC expanded universe such a hard time in general. I think that all these movies are failures. Well, they haven't had a financial failure yet. So.
Technically, yeah.
Well, I mean,
Batman Superman kind of came close.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
But when you put that much money into a movie, it's gonna come close. I think almost no matter what.
Right.
Like you can only make so much.
The advertising on that was insane. Yeah. So.
For Suicide Squad, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
for Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
I mean, they were in like Subway, McDonald's, and Burger King all at the same time. So I mean.
And to me, I mean, I don't really get the hate that Zack Snyder gets for that movie.
Right.
Because it was once, if you've seen the extended cut, which you should, the only people to really yell at, I would say, would be the studio for having to cram so much stuff in there.
Yeah.
I didn't see
know what I mean?
the director's cut, but I still enjoyed it. Like, it took a little bit to get off. I mean, it was a very slow start, but once it popped,
Yeah.
once
It was all
it
over
got
the
to the
place.
climax, like, I couldn't take my eyes off the screen.
boom.
So it was
It was all over the place.
yeah.
So, and I also kind of want to bring this up is that because we've had so many comic book movies now, I feel that, like you were saying, people were giving it a hard time. There's been such a shift with what we expect
Yeah.
and what we like. Like, years ago, that I'd say maybe 10, maybe 15 years ago, that whole, because the big thing people, if I can spit it out here, big thing people whine about is, when Batman opens up the files and he's got the file on Wonder Woman,
He's giving them
Aquaman, the
logos
Flash.
already.
He's
And
got the
nicknames.
logos and stuff. 10 years ago, people would have flipped shit for that. They would have been
absolutely
like,
would have.
that's so cool. They put Cyborg in there. They put the Flash in there.
Yeah.
That's so cool. They referenced that. That's so cool. But now no, it's not. It's not cool because
Because every
However,
studio
though,
is doing, every movie's doing it. So
No. But like you said, though, this is a prime example. This should have been out 10 years ago. This should have been
Yeah.
out. This should have
Yes.
been out
Yep.
15 years
Very
ago.
much.
And
yeah.
if there was one thing, I mean, if anybody back in the day, I mean, a Christopher Reeve, Michael Keaton.
Oh my god.
If that could have come out in 1992.
An older Linda Carter. Yes.
Yeah, and even in 1992, man, they should have made that happen.
Oh, yeah.
92,
I'd have sex
93.
with Linda Carter now.
Yeah.
1992? Absolutely.
But no,
well, are you also 1992, Kyle? Like, how does that work?
That could get weird.
Yeah, that'd be a little awkward.
Maybe. I'd have a lot to talk about in 4th grade.
You'd be the coolest kid in school for at least until your senior year.
Yeah.
Something else.
Anyways, yeah.
I saw too. Just one more kind of thing I'd like to point out real quick that I saw on Reddit. Somebody was talking about as interesting observation was that if you take the comic book worlds of DC and Marvel and compare them to the cinematic worlds of DC and Marvel, it's weird because they're almost the opposites. Like in the comics, Marvel is known for kind of representing their characters with a certain amount of like realism, and they're more kind of more grounded in the comics, like more fun loving. But then in the movies, they're
over the top,
a lot more fantastical and bigger. Whereas DC, like in the comics, they're basically gods.
Right.
All the heroes are gods, but in the movies they're just gritty and super real.
Yeah.
That's a really
They all bleed.
weird, kind of interesting observation and thing to take away from that.
Well, it does seem like right now with all that's happening, like Justice League, supposedly they gave it the word to be one part, or like kind of the, which I do like, you know, where the studio sounds like they're kind of saying like, here, we don't need 9 hours of footage.
Just
Let's
tell a story, man.
Yeah,
Just get it out.
let's have a chapter 1, start to finish, and be
I mean,
done.
that should be how it's done, because if we look at, Hollywood now, there's a whole thing where they don't want to take any risks, so they're not going to do any original. That's fine. I mean, if you want to keep installing the same thing over and over, then okay, tell a really good story.
Yep.
Chapter 1.
Keep
2
it
years
going.
later, or a year later, whatever you want to do, there's chapter 2.
Just make it worth it.
Now you have your reoccurring, whatever. You don't have to take any risks.
I think I brought this up before, but I still understand why, like in the 90s, we used to have the $20-30 million movie.
Yeah.
You know, like in the 90s and even up to this kind of the
Blade
2000s.
2, or
We
Blade,
could have a movie that we didn't, spend either $5 on, or we spend $100 million on it. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, I feel that was the big problem with Ghostbusters. All that other bullshit out. That movie cost what they had to make like $600 million on a comedy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you out of your mind?
Yeah.
Like, that had to be huge to be financially successful.
Well, in these days, I think a lot of that industry, I don't know, comparable to like the video games and I don't want to liken it to something huge, like oil and whatever. But when you look at it, I mean, the whole thing with Hollywood over the last few years is like, we keep people employed and stop piracy because it, every time you steal a movie, that. Little kids getting cancer.
Yep.
And, every time, we're seeing them trying to like humanize the industry, and these days it seems like so many of the businesses in general, it's like they justify costs by just, it's expensive and that's what it costs. There is no, it's like we have people to feed and we have a staff, and it's like, okay, 20 years ago you could make a movie with 30 people. Now, what is preventing you from still doing a movie with 30 people? And, you have computers, you have whatever. But now it seems like everything, I don't know, is it the CG? Is it the, now, I mean, like you look at your average comic book movie and the hours and hours and hours of CG that go into it, and, they're incorporating, 5-6 production houses, and,
Right.
there's $10-20 million each.
Yeah, well, then you hear about Suicide Squad, which had supposedly 7 different cuts.
Right.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
That's some OCD kid sitting in
You
the
need
editing room.
2 or 3.
No.
Pick the best one.
But then at the same time, I think Snyder's always kind of been notorious for that. All of his movies. I think he just likes to, and I don't know, Kyle, but like, as putting together, your deals, film while you can, right? It's like, hey, I got 12 hours of daylight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's
See what happens.
Yeah, I got 12 hours to shoot. Okay. And then that might turn into 30 minutes on screen.
Exactly.
Oh, I wish.
The footage.
I wish 12 hours would equal 30 minutes.
You're right. But no, it does. Like our budgeting. I mean, we're gonna hit that point in our lifetime. There's gonna be $1 billion movie.
Yep.
And that's to be expected.
James Cameron.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
But he's been raising the bar. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Avatar 2. I mean, we haven't heard any numbers on that yet, but I mean,
I can't see that being $1 billion movie. It's gonna be some
600
original.
million, 700
Yeah,
million.
he's gonna come out with some original IP, and I don't know.
Unobtainium.
Yeah. Well, the other thing
$1 million an ounce.
that I guess I read and was on Cracked, where Hollywood's taking original stories.
Oh yeah.
So with 10 Cloverfield Lane, there originally was a movie called The Cellar or something,
Yep.
and they didn't want to take a chance on it, so they made it a sequel of Cloverfield.
Right.
Now I haven't seen it, I want to.
I actually
But
just watched it not too long
Does it
ago.
have anything to do with Cloverfield 1? Like,
It does.
okay.
It does. But that being said, not giving anything away in the movie, you can watch the movie, and there's one specific part. If you deleted that, it could have been.
See, and that's just what I was going to say too. Is I read that same thing on Cracked, and still not giving anything away about the movie. Is basically what J.J. Abrams did was like he saw this script, or they were producing this movie, and he was like, they released some quote of his where he said, "Yeah, it had a lot of like the same kind of blood, like DNA genes as Cloverfield," which is like, it was weird, and that's about it. And so then they stopped production like halfway through, 3/4 way through, tacked on this scene that connects the two, and then J.J. Abrams got credit for making this movie. And it's like, no, this was an original title.
Yeah,
this was nothing. This was an original thing before he came along, and he basically screwed like, I want to see the original now. Like, I still want to see 10 Cloverfield Lane, but I want to see the original even more. Just knowing that, I'm just like,
10 lanes.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, J.J. Abrams saved America. He rewrote the anthem.
He did. He
Yes.
rewrote the
So-
national anthem.
So
According to South Park.
on that note, South Park season 20 has just started, and the first episode is it's great. So make sure you watch that on South Park Studios.
Do you not want a Tokens Life Matters shirt?
I really do.
Yes.
Oh man, yeah. I just the last season of South Park just blew me away. It was so funny, and it's already so good this season. So episode
picking it
2
up.
just came out tonight, I think. Actually,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
It is
last
Wednesday
night.
already. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually probably on right now.
Oh,
For
I got
West
it.
Coast listeners.
Well, I think
I got it. If
listeners,
we can stop right now.
Be
This-
jealous after this podcast. We're gonna watch South Park. So.
in your face.
Yeah, what now?
They could watch it before this though. So.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, probably.
And
By the time that this comes out, you probably should watch.
should
it,
have
so.
already seen it.
Yeah.
Speaking of South Park, Fractured But Whole delayed until next year
Yep.
for production issues.
Yeah.
The next video game, the next chapter. And for those of you out there that have not played Stick of Truth, I highly recommend.
I do need to get on that.
It's
It's
a good
good.
cheat. I mean, you can blaze through it pretty dang fast, but man, if you're a South Park fan, it is fantastic.
Absolutely.
It's like
yeah.
playing your own episode.
And then,
Controlling your
there's
own
definitely
episode.
jokes and stuff in there that didn't make it to the TV series.
Mhm.
But they were
That
given-
trailer had me freaking rolling
yeah.
though for
The
fractured butthole where they're
Yeah.
talking about Token not getting his own movie till like phase 3 or phase 4 or something. The Coon and Friends.
The Coon and Friends. It's so good. I'm so excited.
Who is the Coon? Well, it's either Eric Cartman or Bruce Valanche. What? No.
But yeah. Oh, speaking of production news, I thought it was kind of funny that for whatever reason it's like Marvel finally spilled the beans on Black Panther's suit being completely CG. Like that actor essentially didn't have to do anything. Which I find it funny though that they say the suit is CG. So it's like another Green Lantern situation. Was it the poor dude wearing a big green bodysuit and
Yeah.
and then they just threw. But then if you're gonna do it that way, why bother having an actor and why not just like they do with Spider-Man? Why not just
Well, like all of Iron Man's suits are CG now.
yeah.
Like he wore a couple real ones for the first movie, I think, and maybe the second one. But then after that, they're just here's a
Guys,
a
for
morph
the,
suit.
for the next C3 Josh on the Street, can we do a CG Josh on the Street?
Absolutely.
Can we get
Try.
this-
How's your
make
rendering
this-
skills?
Make this
Kyle?
happen. I mean,
Oh boy.
yeah. Well, the cosplayers will remake his costume anyway, so.
Yes.
Did you guys see the Conan intro where he went to that one costume studio in LA?
Are you talking
He
for
got his own
Comic-Con?
suit?
Yeah,
For-
and he
yes.
got his own suit.
That was amazing.
How badass was that suit?
That was
really
amazing.
cool. Like,
Yeah.
that was awesome.
I would love to be able to have that kind of I don't know,
I mean, I would just
money
like to be
slash
Conan,
job
right? Like,
slash
Conan's
To just be able to do that in general.
yeah.
Oh,
I need a real suit molded to this.
Yeah,
body.
to go to the studio, talk shit about how weird it looks, and then go inside and yeah, it just blew me away with how
The
good
best
they
part
made it
was
to.
he made them give him like butt implants.
Yeah.
So he had big, he had a big ass.
The cod piece.
The cod piece.
Man. But yeah, we had. So it has been a while for those of you tuning in. C3 has been off the air here for a little bit. It's been too busy watching cat videos, and
I've been working on my superhero training. Getting there. So.
Yeah. For those of you that are familiar with Josh on the streets, man, he's kicking it off here. Got some tapeworm action going on.
Something.
Like Ani Wartworth tapeworm serum or something.
Yeah, I got the radioactive spider.
Off the streets and into the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Working
looking
hard,
good, man.
so
Yeah.
you got next time you see me on camera, you'll have to do a double take because I don't even look the same.
Yeah.
I just got my wedding pictures back. They took I don't know why it took them 3 months to edit it, but even looking at my wedding pictures, I'm like, who is that guy?
Nice.
So
No, keep it up, man.
Absolutely.
We'll be starting a C3 diet vlog here before too long. Unfortunately, those of you out there that are familiar with my cigarette and Mountain Dew regiment, for those that haven't died yet, the chapter or phase 2 will be coming soon. I'll be switching to light cigarettes.
lights and diet.
Diet Mountain Dew for the next 60 days. We'll see how that works. No, I was actually we could have our own, and I was thinking about it tonight watching MasterChef while my lady
Serviced you?
yeah hey-o.
Ooh. That could mean like 5 different things. So
Yes.
a good one.
And it was all 5.
No, I laugh. I'll throw it. My girlfriend still believes after 6 years together that I don't know how to cook, and I've done a really good job of showing that. And it's like I'm just one of these days. I mean, I'll cook every once in a while, but for when it comes to like geek fuel and whatever, hey, it's like you got some Cinnamon Toast Crunch,
Right.
good to go.
What more do you
don't
need?
I mean,
Yeah.
although I think it would add we should do like a little gamer fuel segment or something.
I'll use my meal prepping skills to
Yeah.
Meal prepping is the best.
To our crunches. I don't know. I do a lot of yoga when I'm playing games. I notice now, or at least like posture and.
I need to come up with a way.
Proper stances, and I'll try to like game with
Stand
my
up.
hold your controller straight in front of you the whole time, and it's like do some squats every now and again. It's like I'm playing Madden. I notice I tend to bounce around a lot more while I'm watching it, but.
I just need to try to find a way to play games while running. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard.
Hey, VR. It's
Yeah, that's
coming
true.
soon.
That's true. People go running down the street wearing an Oculus Rift.
Yeah.
That'd
You'll
be
be on your
crazy,
you'll be on
actually.
your treadmill.
Yeah, wow.
Hopefully.
You don't even have to leave the
I
house.
don't have room for a treadmill,
I can
so
run
I'll
it.
have to. I gotta leave the house. I'll just have this like wire dragging behind me.
Get my car.
I would the VR won't even work. I'll just close my eyes and imagine stuff, but I still have the thing on.
Hey man, I think that could do the placebo VR.
Yeah.
That could work.
The Google, what is it? The Google Cardboard. Just put those on my head.
Yeah.
Everything
Do it
would be VR. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I do live in Mandan, so
Yeah, it is a ways. Man.
crazy
Is,
stuff happens there.
Any of you kids, anybody jumping on the VR train? Anybody pre-order anything or?
Not yet.
I'm a simple man. It's too.
I was thinking about getting a VR set when I was.
I do have to say my buddy has the Samsung one. I think Samsung Gear.
The gear. Yeah.
And we're huge into Dota, which is it's a video game. It has their tournament has the biggest prize pool of any video game out there. So if you want to get rich playing video games, play Dota. But anyway, so they had their giant tournament in August, and we land up at my buddy's house. We're there for 5 days. We watched the tournament, play Dota, eat food, have a good time. And they had a spectator mode for this VR, and it blew me away. Like, it was insane. You put this thing on, and you can choose like this theater you're in. So there's like one where you're on the moon, you're like in this animal, or like an actual theater. Yeah. And it's just so immersive. Like, you forget that you're actually on your buddy's couch. Like, I was like moving my arm trying to grab stuff, and I was like, oh wait, like this isn't real.
Yeah.
And like I stood up and I'm like looking around, like
ready to walk
It's so
away.
crazy. Yeah, it's like now like seeing those things, you see those VR fails online where people are running into into walls and like jumping into ceilings and stuff, and you laugh at them. But it's like once you put it on, then you kind
that's
of
where
you
are.
understand how it happens.
The one I like is the guy who's doing the roller coaster one.
Yeah.
And then do they push him or what?
Yeah,
do
his
they
buddy
do?
pushes him. Yeah, shoves him in the back.
Yeah.
Loses.
Yeah,
his shit.
I would completely understand that. Like it immerses you. It is really cool technology, but
When's the orgy app coming out?
I think
You know,
that's already
yeah,
developed.
yeah.
I know they've already.
Did you see that VR joke one where the guy, it was a VR striptease for the Oculus Rift, so he brought his friends over and they strap him in his chair, puts the thing on it, starts off with this, they're in this room and there's a girl that's giving a striptease, and then about halfway through it turns into this like disgusting man with like hairy mole,
Yeah,
but he's wearing the same like lingerie. So now they're like stuck and they're like, oh my god, like trying to look away but they can't, and it's just it's pretty hilarious. So it does exist.
Yeah.
But
I'm excited for it. I'm although the like the PlayStation VR is, you know, it's on my Christmas list. But I'm pissed about this whole deal because then, like, with them essentially repackaging the Move controllers, which now I kick myself because I remember when those suckers were clearanced after the whole PS Move totally failed.
Yep.
And I remember, I think it was either Best Buy or I think like Walmart. And I remember the 2-packs. They had the 2-packs clearance down for like $29.95. And I was like, oh, I should, because they had it with the SOCOM controller too,
Right,
the big
yep.
rifle, and they had that clearance down to like $10. And I was like, do I need Move controllers? Am I ever gonna use these things?
I mean, PlayStation Sports did have the disc golf game,
which was fun. The
super
archery on
awesome.
there was pretty cool.
Yeah, the Gladiator one was pretty cool, but I mean, disc golf, like that was sweet. That was awesome, and it was cool.
No.
So
I just want one thing out of the VR world, and that is a replication of the game that they play at the end of First Kid, starring Sinbad. When he's in the mall, that's what I want. That.
Yeah.
okay, well,
Can I just get a game where I hang out with Sinbad?
yeah,
That'd be even better, honestly.
but you're gonna be in the Jingle All the Way universe.
Yes.
That's
Oh
the
my
best
God.
one.
It is the best one, but there is also a sequel. So I mean, it's kind of like you gotta take the good with the bad.
Yeah.
So,
No.
but on that note, Ready Player One coming out
Soon. Does that do next Christmas or this Christmas already?
I'm gonna say probably next Christmas. I mean, we have the internet here; we can look it up. But I know they've been releasing more and more on it. So
Yeah. I know there's Lego, or I think there's a Lego set due out for it, and then there was but any of that stuff, I don't know, kind of grain of salt, because like this movie, I know they said like it's a licensing nightmare.
yeah.
And
Well, I'm sure.
You know, but it is an awesome book. I mean, for anybody out there that has not read it yet.
Oh, it's if
definitely.
you're
IMDb
into-
states it as a release date March 30th, 2018.
Okay.
2018 now.
Yeah.
Ways away, but yeah, if you're
the
into
fact that it's being made.
Yeah.
pop culture,
Hopefully.
geek culture at all, it's definitely a must read. They do have a sequel out, Armada.
I won't take another.
I haven't read it yet. It's sitting on my bookshelf, but my friends definitely highly recommend it. So
Yeah, little baby zeros. Thank you, sir. This show brought to you by Powerade Zero and Mountain Dew Throwback. Yahoo!
Powerade Zero, 0 calories, all the power.
Yeah.
So much power.
I have the power. I should have Grayskull fluid. Yeah.
There's this fitness guy I follow on Instagram, and his like, everyone does motivational quotes, but he does his like Skeletor with motivational quotes. It's
Nice.
it's fucking amazing. Oh, he's my favorite. Like,
It's the way to do it.
Are we sure it's Skeletor and not like a big bad wolf or something like that? I mean, like,
it could be Skeletor.
there's a couple different levels there.
Skeletor.
So is it like Skeletor doing workout tips?
No,
or-
it's just Skeletor. You know what?
I make sure all my lifts are clean.
I'll just pull some up here.
My
but-
pecs aren't as big as He-Man's. Make sure to use a spotter. Skeletor doesn't have gym fee money this month.
Teaches you how to walk through the gym mirror and smash it on your way out.
With that freaking staff he's got with the horns on.
Break physics. Oh, no, just,
Might take me back.
oh man.
No, they're. I mean, I wish they were that good, but unfortunately, they're just like, you know.
Well, if he's not doing that, how come we're not doing that?
It's true. We
Get
need,
typing
to,
here.
we need to get on this.
We can type words and images probably between the four of us.
How hard is it to make a meme?
Let's make it so.
The
He-Man.
meme
Speaking of He-Man, isn't there supposedly another one?
So, okay, so maybe that one's not that bad. Like, you know. So it's, you know.
Our folks over at
So he's got his little staff on the ground in 2 pieces, and it says, "Today I pick up the pieces and move on." So I mean, it will relate to your life, but I mean, you know, here's another one. They're pretty good. So
right on.
they'll be coming.
not as humorous as we thought, but
It's still good.
Get the
still
job done.
great.
It's Skeletor.
I mean,
Yeah.
Brightens my
very,
day.
very exactly. Every time I see one, I just
That's
love
what
it.
you
So.
know. This will translate very well in podcast.
Yes, it will.
So for those of you listening, we're looking at pictures.
Yep.
I would like you to look up 3 Skeletor motivational posters along with us, and just imagine that you are all looking at what we're looking at.
And when you hear the chime, click the next image. We should have narrated memes. That'll be our next
That'd be great.
sideshow. That'll,
Up the memes.
What's his name?
this cat has googly eyes.
Oh, this is delicious.
One of the most genius things I ever saw, and I understand why it didn't take off, but you guys know who the Nostalgia Critic is.
Yep.
He tried to do like a meme thing for like his videos. Like the idea was like, it was kind of like the video version of emoticons.
Yeah.
Like he'd do it like if somebody was, like
So like reaction gifs.
kind of. Like you'd click on the video and he'd be like, "Oh, I so believe you," and stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
And he had like a ton of them, and I'm like, that's actually pretty clever. Like, had that
So
taken
it's
off.
like a reaction
Yeah.
gif except in
Well,
video. Like
they already-
reaction gifs are like 15% of my vocabulary now.
They already did that with Funny or Die.
Yeah.
Way back with James Vander meme.
Mm-hmm.
No.
He did his Dawson's Creek relaunch when he redid all the faces,
Yeah.
all the reaction
Speaking
gifs.
of
It was
Funny
great.
or Die, because it reminded me of college humor, Adam Ruins Everything. You guys watch that at all?
I have not.
He got a spot on TV, so it is a TV show now. But he basically, it kind of reminds me of a Cracked article. He'll take a controversial subject or maybe a subject you don't know much about, and basically plays the devil advocate, and is like, man, that's some really good points. So I'm gonna plug that real quick. Adam
Right
Ruins
on.
Everything. Look him up. It's definitely intriguing.
I will check that
So,
out.
it's light humored and funny, but at the same time, it's very educational.
That's
Gives you a
always
light.
that's the best kind
Yeah,
of fun
exactly.
though. It's like when you learn.
The other thing I was gonna. Oh yeah. So okay. Does anyone have a transition? I mean, or is this the transition?
A segue?
Segue into.
I do not have a
Josh's
segue.
next question is Halloween is coming up.
That it
What are
is.
your guys' costume ideas?
Man, I'm excited. I mean, Halloween's my Christmas. I have yet
Hell
to
yes.
figure it out. If I can throw together, I don't know, some sort of Sith outfit, maybe. Although, so this year, and this is directed right at you, Diamond Distribution. I did order a few items from Trick or Treat Studios this year, who does amazing work. And for those of you out there, check out their website. The guys this year, I mean, awesome stuff from like the movie Trick or Treat. A lot of just beautiful, beautiful horror masks and stuff like that. But they offered this year full-size Gremlins puppets, which are amazing. And from the looks of it, they were sold out through Diamond already. I tried to get a set because one idea I had was maybe trying to do Billy and then have like, a gizmo in a stripe.
That'd be awesome.
Otherwise, I did order a mask from Krampus. As one of like the dark elves, which I figured, even if I can't wear it, it's gonna look amazing on the wall. It's a big corn looking thing. But the reason I'm directing this directly at Diamond Distribution is that last year all the Halloween stuff we ordered from Trick or Treat Studios arrived on November 14th, and so
Why was that a problem?
well, It's,
it's very early
yeah,
for
I'd
Halloween.
say.
So
you know. So yeah, hopefully this year. And all the products did have an expected ship date here of first week of October, and I'm really, really, really keeping my fingers crossed that that happens because, like last year, it's like I couldn't even clearance anything out because it's like I just paid cost for it.
Yeah.
You know, I
Pretty
can't
much.
give it to you for any. You know, I can give 10% off, I guess, 20% off, but.
I found this sweet sriracha shirt at Target with like a red beanie. I was like, like for
Bottle of
$5,
sriracha?
that could be a bottle of sriracha.
good
I use it on
shit.
a lot of stuff. It's
Yeah,
like it's
delicious.
the best. But I do have a gripe about sriracha flavored things. Like
What's the?
it just
doesn't
makes
taste
me
like
so
sriracha?
mad because it's not that it doesn't taste like sriracha. It's like they crank up the heat level. So like you have sriracha, like it's pretty good,
Right.
but it's not spicy. Like you can
Correct.
take it. It's really
like
not
a
that spicy,
warm-
but it's
That's
a
why
good,
it's so good.
warm thing. It's delicious. But then you get sriracha flavored popcorn or chips, and you're like, holy shit, I can't even eat these because they're so spicy. Like, where is the disconnect? Do you guys fucking eat sriracha?
Nope.
Because your sriracha flavored things and your sriracha are just, they don't work. So fix that, please.
Yes.
I mean, sriracha flavored things could have been the new pumpkin spice. But you guys messed up.
Sriracha coffee.
You
For-
guys
for
messed
white
up.
boys?
Down.
Yes. So that's my gripe
Can I
with
dress,
that.
dress
but-
well, like Han Solo. One.
Exactly. That's my gripe
Drinking
with
my
that. Just tone the heat
Sriracha
down.
latte.
Like
Sriracha latte.
sriracha.
So you're gonna be a Sith Lord. I was toying with George Michael.
Wham days. or-
Wham days.
Okay.
It's easy. All you gotta do is get a big baggy sweatshirt and write "Choose Life" on it, and get a wig and an earring and some short shorts, and you're good to go, man.
Yes.
Don't want to make the token life matters. Token lives
Yeah.
matter.
Token lives matter.
Yes.
I don't know. I might.
You can make that
Yeah.
shirt.
Yeah.
I don't know. We live in North Dakota.
That's-
You
yeah,
might
yeah.
get
Yeah.
unwanted attention.
Yeah.
You'll either get one extreme or the other.
Does anyone want to do an over under on are there going to be more Harambees or more Harley Quinns?
Around here, I think Harley's going to be pretty
It's-
popular. Although it's tough to say. I think Harley, we're going to see a lot of high school Harleys. That's
Yeah.
going to get all of us in trouble, and then we have to like,
Speaking of,
stay home for the
I'm
day.
going as Rockabilly Joker, and Emily's gonna do Rockabilly Harley Quinn.
Nice.
Beautiful.
So
I look
we
forward
got-
to seeing
We
that.
got, yep. She's building her costume right now, and I got most of mine put together.
You're
so
gonna go. Are
it's
you gonna go
good.
full green? You're gonna go.
With my hair, I can't do that because of work.
Okay.
But I'm gonna definitely try and get some Manic Panic and just keep it nice, like a kind of a black
Good
and gray
greaser.
type thing. Yep.
Yeah. Get some Pall Mall or pomade.
Some Pall Mall.
Well, you gotta have a
Joker
pack.
smokes.
Yeah, pack, roll it up in the sleeve.
Could do it.
I think that'll be awesome. I think Missy's doing.
Harambe.
Yes. No, she's doing.
I still can't believe how much like the internet made that.
Jesus Christ! I honestly, I did not have any effing clue what Harambe was, and I'm like, I thought it was a place. I honestly thought it was a country, and I'm like the shit that's going down, and all over the world. I'm like, God damn, I'm like, how have I not read anything about this?
So,
And then it's
what I
like,
want to see now is I want to see somebody make a video a little bit like that, where he's talking about the events happening in Harambe and how they are an atrocity to the existence of humankind, and just like a full on like
They're
5-10
killing
minute video
kids
about
and
like
they're-
talking about
that is the
Harambe.
prime.
Completely missing the point.
That is the quality Josh on the street segment right there that we just wasted. We're not wasted. We can still do this. This is perfect.
oh, I honestly I guess I missed it. I knew like the story once I took 30 seconds. And,
Yeah.
But it was like okay,
That was the kid fell into the.
into the
Yeah.
ape cage, and then they killed the poor ape.
And I
then-
do feel for the zoo because realistically,
It was a tough
like,
situation.
I mean,
You don't
it's
wanna-
like he was a part of their family, so they had to do what they did to
Yeah.
a family member, and now they're getting like
Yeah.
pictures of their dead family member all over their Facebook. So I completely feel for him.
But
it's
holy,
just
holy hell though, the
ridiculous.
amount of just I don't know.
It didn't.
everything.
It didn't
Everything.
help
It's-
that
it's-
the guy did go on the internet and say these hooligans need to stop. Like he tried using some sort of phrase. You guys hear about this?
No.
All right, talk about something for a second. Let me pull this phrase up because I don't want to get this wrong. It's I want to get this word for word.
I
So
can talk about something confused me about this whole Harambe thing. Was that like, didn't that kid fall in the pit forever ago?
Yeah.
it happened.
It was like months and months ago, and then it
That's
went
what
away.
I was so confused
And then it
about,
came back,
'cause-
and I was like, "Why is this a thing again? Like,
Yeah.
he's been dead for a long time."
Yeah. No, and that's I think
That's what's
and I
really-
guess that name just never stuck in my head or whatever, and that just
They
like,
live
oh.
streamed his funeral like he was a Jackson.
yeah.
Did they actually live stream this?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah. The freaking lions, all the animals pay their respects, and
Like Cory Feldman came out dressed as Michael Jackson and
Yeah.
performed.
Side note: there's our time killer. This whole Cory Feldman situation. You guys everybody watched his video, his
This is the
performance.
Today Show?
Okay.
The Today
You know-
Show
Yes.
incident.
Okay, before we go
Okay,
there, let
okay.
me. I found it. Okay, so. This one of the zookeepers, his exact things. We are not amused by the memes, petitions, and signs about Harambe. Thane Maynard, Cincinnati zoo director, told the Associated Press. Our zoo family is still healing, and the constant mention of Harambe makes moving forward very difficult for us. So, yes, understand. But then he said, at first the petitioners had good intentions, but then the goofuses of the internet hopped on the Harambe train for their jollies, and it had gotten out of control.
Those darn goofuses.
Oh my god! I saw a
they're
guy
getting
walking
their
down
jollies.
the street the other day that had a cardboard sign that said, "What would Harambe do?" Like in Bismarck here. I was just like,
Dude, every gorilla costume is not a gorilla costume anymore.
No.
It's Harambe.
Harambe.
So.
Yeah, forever Harambe.
Well, they
that would
just-
actually be a good. I think that would be a great side by side. You could have like one guy with a big dart in his chest, like no Harambe, and then the other guy has to have a big bullet hole in his chest, and then good Harambe, bad Harambe.
"Yes."
Or even it could be the same.
Dude, we're turning into the goofuses of the internet.
We are. We're just
We're getting our
adding-
jollies.
You got it, adding to it. Absolutely. And the guy, he's
The
at least
greatest of
70,
all time.
right? Like that
Oh,
guy's
yeah.
gotta be up there.
You goofuses.
Goofuses.
The
Pete
other
Jones.
yeah.
But
Goofus.
yeah.
So anyway, the Today Show thing.
Speaking of goofuses,
Cory
yeah,
Feldman. Holy crap!
yeah.
Oh my! Is that the thing that you posted or that
The
I think
world
Jamie
post.
originally
Jamie posted it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So his Today Show thing, and now, so I guess the first thing I'll address of it is his follow-up, his Monday morning follow-up on how his weekend was destroyed and how
He couldn't get out of
him
bed.
and the Angels just can't get out of bed. So I'm imagining like him, and these 4 strung out lingerie chicks.
Coked out.
Yeah,
Who
like,
he's trying to help.
who's trying to
yeah.
help, and then it's just the whole thing. And, when we've talked about it on the show, whatever, it's like, you know what? It's the internet. The internet's mean. It is what it is. But then, like this, where it's like, and there's him, and it's just like, don't hurt our feelings. And here's my thing. As a performer, as, even us doing this show, and we've said that since day one, we are releasing this to the public, fully aware of the public.
Correct.
And as a musician, as an artist, as any type of performer, yes. I mean, negative feedback, it sucks. And sometimes if you take it personally, yeah, it can suck a lot. But in this case where he comes out after one, not be, it's Cory Feldman.
Yep.
Good for him.
Correct.
But it's like, there has never been any inkling whatsoever of him having a music career, right?
No.
Other than
Me and Terrence have been very well of this music
Ascension
career.
Millennium.
Ascension Millennium.
It's amazing.
Have you not seen that?
not. I guess.
Oh my goodness. You're going to get educated after this.
Okay. How long is it?
It's like 3 minutes. It's
Okay.
a music video that he made.
Excellent.
Like
Okay,
a
so
long
that
time
could
ago,
that
or-
could that could add some hindsight to this.
How long ago was that?
Well, that was
music
probably a couple years.
Okay.
Okay, so from an outsider's perspective, I actually I didn't know
video?
who
Because
Cory-
me and Terrence are in the Feldman camp.
Yeah.
I actually had no idea who this Cory Feldman guy was. Like something to do with Michael Jackson. I don't really know. I'll be honest. So if you guys
He
want
was
to
an
fill me in
80s
real
child
quick.
star.
He's
Yeah,
an
80s
80s
child
He
star.
voiced Donatello in
Oh,
the first Turtles movie.
yeah.
And the third one.
He's in the
And
Lost
the third
Boys. And
Got it. Okay,
so,
so
huge 80s,
okay.
90s dude.
So he came
Right.
out and he kind of looked like that Skrillex dude, and he like has
A
this
little bit.
techno.
Yeah, it comes
song.
out in a Kylo Ren
Yeah.
Green Arrow outfit.
And
Yep.
yeah, so he
Um,
sings this little techno song, and it wasn't
Go
bad.
for it.
It was awkward.
Yeah.
but it wasn't terrible.
And then,
I guess
but here's the thing: is
But-
like,
the best part is that rapper guy.
Yeah, like
comes
it's
out.
a Doc
Doc
Ice.
Ice.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you didn't tell me Doc Ice was coming. And I was like, who the hell is Doc Ice? Like, I don't know who Cory Feldman is, but I've heard of him. And this guy just comes out of nowhere, like, oh my god, you didn't tell me Doc Ice is coming.
oh, what a great surprise! Yeah. Oh, and then just
Oh,
the
man.
whole thing came off as just this. It was plain bizarre for a Friday morning TV show. And between the outfits and then the Corey's Angels thing
The girls that weren't playing the instruments.
that
you
weren't
mean?
playing, they were all standing there, just kind of. It reminded me of like
Kept their fingers on the guitar necks in the same
just
thing the whole time. Just slid them up and down the necks. Just
Yeah.
It was amazing.
That's not how you chords.
smile
Hey.
and Bob.
Hey guys, they were going for it.
They were playing the
Yeah.
apples.
There was nothing short of
Oh,
amazing.
and
so-
then it's like, and then one person pointed out, and if we want, you can nitpick or whatever. But the fact it's like none of them were in matching attire,
Yep.
and then it was like each girl was instructed before. It's like go to a costume shop and grab a sexy angel outfit, and they all went to 4 different stores.
Yep.
And it's like not even matching shoes, but no. But ultimately, I mean, you're throwing yourself.
This is what you're choosing to pick on? The dance moves, the performance, and Mike's the shoes don't even matter.
Details matter,
The
guys.
details.
Yeah.
They're not even playing instruments.
Angels'
I know,
lives
but the
matter.
shoes don't matter.
Angels' fashion matters.
Angels' lives matter. Oh,
No,
man.
it is. I guess overall,
I mean, forgot about that. I'm so glad you brought that up.
the internet is a terrible place. But ultimately, the thing that just came off as the most bizarre to me is the fact that Cory Feldman gets a Friday morning spot.
Yeah.
Out of, I mean, and granted, whatever, Friday morning.
Right.
There's hundreds and hundreds of artists that get to be on the show. Awesome. But in this case, where no inkling whatsoever, I have not heard a single thing about this dude having any type of musical career, any type, and then this album is 10 years in the making. It's a double album, and da-da-da. And it's like prior
He
to
made the cover in MS Paint.
yeah, and then it's like it's weird. And then Doc Ice shows up, and then it's like they acted like this was supposed to be, or I'm wondering if this was supposed to have been like a song that I don't know. Was this supposed to be on the radio somewhere, and then, or maybe it's on the radio out in that market?
So I don't know, but like it kind of surprised me because me and Terrence have been well aware of Feldman for quite a while. I tried to extort $500 out of him because I wanted to have Cory Feldman record my voicemail in Donatello's voice. Because he was all.
That's right. That's right.
We
the
showed you for the
Kickstarter.
album. Because for his Kickstarter for the album, there's all these things he would do for you, and that was one of them. And what was it? We won $11,000, and he would have performed for us live.
Well, then
Maybe the Today Show game.
So then
$11,000.
That could very well
here's
be.
the
I
other
didn't
thing,
even
though,
think about
that
He was definitely the guy who was surprised by Doc Ice. He definitely did.
like,
You threw Dark Ice was coming.
Like that was his all right, man. Like Cory Feldman's like, dude, you gave me $11,000. Like I'll make Doc Ice make an appearance.
Yeah.
Like we just figured out.
For a
Case closed.
$10,000.
That's exactly what
well,
happened.
then there was this an incident. What was it, like last year, Kyle, where Cory Feldman was hired to do a meet and greet
At a baseball game.
at a baseball game. He showed up with his band and performed, and apparently pissed everybody off because he thought it was just a performance, and they were all told it was a meet and greet.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were upset that he performed. He was so bad that they were upset he performed.
Yeah. Although I wonder, like in that case, if it was like he rolls up with a trailer and where do I set up, guys?
Yeah.
And then they say, oh, you're not playing, and then maybe it's him going,
I'm
well,
playing.
yeah,
I'm
I've
here.
got all my gear in the car. I'm
Cory
gonna-
Feldman.
This is happening.
I have my
Because like,
emails.
and if you listen to any of his music too, it's all just Michael Jackson rip off. Just everything. Just the look, the moves, It's like, oh, me and Michael grew up dancing together.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You clearly did not inherit any of his moves.
Yeah.
No, and I mean, hey, it's Cory Feldman, and everybody, and all this being said, it's like, we're not here to make fun of the guy.
Oh,
We're not
right. I
here-
respect the dude
But it's
for
like,
doing
yeah,
what
I
he
mean,
did.
the dude as any actor and as
Yeah.
anybody putting themselves in the public, and I guess ultimately my take on it, it was bizarre, and just the timing, and just used to like the Friday morning, how little I ever watch television or whatever, but your average, it's like usually your Taylor Swift, and it's like, here's her hot single, here's your Selena Gomez's, and your whoever's about to go on a world tour,
Right, yeah.
And then it's like, here's Cory Feldman with some chicks from his grotto.
I guess since we've known about it for a while, I just kind of figured.
Yeah.
I was surprised that everyone kind of lost it because I'm like, oh, I thought, didn't we all kind of give Feldman this weird pass to, perform his terrible music? Weren't we all aware that he was not a good musician, but we let him do it anyway?
Right. Exactly.
Because he's Cory Feldman and it's kind of cute and.
To be 100% honest with you guys, I didn't know this was as big of a thing as it was until just now. Like, I saw the video and I was like, oh, that's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
But that's Cory Feldman doing his thing, and then I moved on with my life, and now we're talking about it.
And the
now
big
it's
thing,
huge
too, is
thing.
if Feldman wouldn't have said anything, this would have gone away right away.
Yeah.
Easily.
We would have quit talking
Your dad is
about
15
it.
minutes of fame, but
Yeah, it's
the internet, man.
the
It's
internet,
crazy.
and it's everywhere. Side note, looking at the Elevate or to Ascension,
Elevator
the
to Ascension.
Fam fundraiser.
Oh man,
Fam fundraiser.
this sounds great.
So he has his deal. So I'm assuming this is the follow-up album. Oh no, this is the album that had Ascension Millennium on it. There's 3 cuts of it, along with
There's 3 cuts of Ascension Millennium.
track 4 is Duh, and track 5 is Angelic to the Core, featuring
DJ Ice or whatever.
Come on, Doc Ice.
no, I can't read it here. 2 DJs of some sort, but
DJ
this
Tanner?
DJ Tanner.
Indiegogo has since closed apparently.
Yeah.
Reaching $14,900 of 451 backers of its
Three cuts.
$105,000 goal. And this was supposed to be done back in March.
I haven't produced an album lately, but $105,000 to produce an album.
Are you aware that it was a double album?
Okay, so
The-
that doubles the cost.
Yeah,
At
$500.
least.
So this is the one.
You know how
I must be
expensive
looking
it
at the
is to
thing
keep
you guys
Angels
were-
and Coke?
True.
Although he has said he's supposedly been sober for quite
Yeah.
some time. But so this is the Indiegogo that you guys were talking about before, because it was
Yeah.
this $500 phone service and videos and experience the tour.
So because it didn't go through, if you would have paid him $500, you would have recorded that and you would have got it back, or no, he just wouldn't have recorded your voicemail.
I think it depends on the site you use.
It's true.
Sometimes they'll just take the money and do their stuff, and other times it won't go unless it reaches its completion.
Yeah.
There's so many different sites out there nowadays. So
So get this though. I mean, here's the thing. As a musician, like here, yeah, $10,000 for the concert in your backyard, and then $20,000 to have them play at your band or at your venue if you're an owner. $50,000 for them to fly anywhere in the world and to perform at the location of your choice.
How's that?
$50,000.
There's some Joshonomics going on.
This McDonald's in Harrenby is gonna be.
The McHarrenby. So 5 months ago,
We pay him $50,000 to show up and play at his funeral.
Man. So,
And as
yeah.
the gorilla would have wanted. Here's Cory Feldman.
Go for it.
Go for it.
It was his favorite song.
But side note there, 5 months ago from his friend Mark Marshall, they did want to write and update us that where they were with the fulfillment of the awards. So again, the Indiegogo closed. They obviously did not meet their goal. It seems that your messages had been going to one of Cory's inboxes that he rarely checks.
Ooh.
The result has been frustration for Cory, myself, and for you. For that, we deeply apologize. Fortunately, we put our heads together and figured out what the breakdown was. Cory's happy, I'm happy, and you'll be happy because we were able to fulfill the pictures, Facebook friend, and Twitter shout-outs, and other social media perks. So you know how rough of a night that must have been. There's a bit of a backlog. They're working hard to fulfill every perk.
I don't see why.
It took them 5 months and $14,000 to throw out some hashtags and to read an email and
I don't
Take people on Facebook.
yeah, got your message.
So you find out it's been going
are-
to one of his inboxes that he rarely checks.
That's
it. That's the whole story.
that's the update.
Okay, this is the inbox you're going to. Now I check this one.
Yeah.
Done.
Ta-da.
It's not like, okay, well, it's going to this one. I don't know what to do now. Guys, I found out which inbox they're going to. I'm lost.
Yeah.
No, that's the whole
Do
story.
I sort by date received?
You just start doing it out of that
Do
inbox.
I go by
That's it.
by timestamp or
You just go
alphabetical?
You just just go for it.
So, anyways, Cory Feldman. Sorry you have to endure the internet's wrath.
Definitely sucks.
Please keep creating your music and
Keep
being
doing
who
what
you
you're
are.
Most definitely.
I'll tell
We're
you
still
what,
fans no matter
I'll buy
what.
an album.
Yeah.
You got an album.
Those of us here at the C3 Show, we will all chip in wages earned from this show towards a purchase of Ascension 2. Or what's this? Stairway to Ascension? Elevator to Ascension.
Yeah, why would he take the stairs? He's
I
Cory
will
Feldman.
if we make money
How does
off
that
of
work?
this.
How do you take an elevator?
To ascend.
Yeah.
I don't know. How do you get the morning slot on Friday?
The same way.
Use the elevator.
Cory Feldman knows a lot of things we don't. How do you find a guy named Doc Ice?
He does not know which inbox those requests are going to, though.
Where's it going?
That's his one.
I have this
downfall.
notification on my phone.
And I did look it up. This Doc Ice guy was actually in a group,
Okay.
which I can't even remember what they were called, but their hit song was Roxanne, Roxanne.
Not
Not the
Not
Chicago
the
Rocks
police.
or the
Yeah.
police Roxanne.
Right. Went something like Roxanne, Roxanne, I want to be your man. And it's one of those 80s hip hops kind of like the Sugar Hill Gang, where everybody would spit a verse.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was...
It was one of those fun.
So
Wu-Tang
from the
Clan.
80s, so he matches with Feldman, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
His fame was
Hanging out in the boathouse.
has since come and gone.
Oh, man.
You
I
tell me
feel
Doc
like-
Ice would show up.
Yeah, that's
That was the greatest part. It just blew my mind. I was like, oh, man.
how excited he was,
Yeah.
losing his
He
mind.
was-
That
He
was
definitely
blown
paid
away.
the 11,000 or whatever, the 10,000 for the backyard.
I want Doc Ice to show up at other places.
Oh man.
And it's going all the way down. Oh, touchdown Green Bay Packers. Who's this mysterious wide receiver? It's Doc Ice!
It needs to become the new John Cena.
Yes.
Speaking of that, Doc Ice's comeback official video from our friends over here on the YouTubes, and gives you some quick, give you some backstory to Doc Ice.
If we can go platinum in 4 months, imagine what we can do in 4 years.
4 years.
That's. Look, man, I was with you on that thing, about getting out. But if I get out,
And that's the extent of.
I don't even know what's happening in the video, but everybody sounds way too excited.
It's
for
3
what's
guys
happening.
sitting around a pool table.
Dude, this is
Yeah.
a scene that's straight out of Miami Connection. Like, it was that
It was
kind of
music
music
cut
video.
from the.
Change your ways and change your flow. You was a queen, but now a whore. I only speak what the DOC tell them to. If it's hell below, then you all gon' go. Cause you're living rich, you thanking God. So damn the poor who made you large. Who is your God? This question is vital. From my understanding, God is just a title. Like teacher, doctor, lawyer, nurse. Talk about it, talk what you know, and not what you rehearse or what you heard. Don't follow tradition, master your sword.
No. You become a doctor by going to school for a bunch of years. You become a nurse like in a similar fashion, Mr. Ice.
Well,
Move over, Kendrick.
all I can say is at least it's not mumble rap. So
Watch out, him. Look out, Biggie and Pac.
What's that video that keeps going around? It's like, my man's gonna spit fire. Look out! He's like, him and
Yeah.
He's like, oh, it's fire! It's fire!
Oh, it's boo. So yeah, Doc Ice doing his thing. Cory Feldman. Anyways, on to Lost Boys coming out. DC Comics. Corey Haim, R.I.P.
Rip in peace.
Rip in peace. Yes. Frogs never die. Is it? Or wait, what?
So, yeah.
Frogs never die. No.
Goonies never died.
Goonies
never
never
die.
die. Frogs. What do the frogs say? With frogs.
The Frog Brothers.
I don't
forget
remember.
their-
I haven't seen it. I haven't
I
seen
have to
it.
cash
Go for it.
Frog Brothers, go for it. Yeah.
Ascension Millennium.
It's such a millennium.
Which, if you guys have not watched the last Lost Boys with Cory Feldman, they do bring back the Frog Brothers. It's actually about the Frog Brothers, and highly recommend giving it a rent.
I'm just waiting for the next Lost Boys sequel where it's all about the sax man on the beach.
That's right. Who is supposedly getting his own variant cover?
Awesome.
For the book.
He's like the best guy in the movie.
Yeah.
Who's the sax man?
101.
I don't remember this.
Oh,
hour.
he's on the
All
beach
right.
for like half a second. He's just wailing on the
He's the
saxophone.
band on the beach.
He's got no shirt on. He's all oiled up. He's got a ponytail. It's glorious.
And he's tearing it. That's when Michael and Star, or whatever the chick's name, when he first sees her,
Yep.
it's like she's giving him the Jerry curl eye. He's like throwing his hair back.
Dude even got a shout out in like season 2 of Eastbound and Down. Kenny Powers was talking to him. He's like, "You're like fucking Saxman from Lost Boys over here." I was like, "Yes."
But yeah, he'll be getting his own book.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which I'm excited. There's some good stuff. And
Yeah.
speaking of let's see, other 80s stuff at the moment. Supposedly Aston and all them. What was I reading not too long ago or whatever? So Goonies, like, there is supposed talks, I guess, of some sort of, not a sequel, but not a reboot. So it kind of has me worried.
A requel?
So
Like a
J.J.
requel.
Abrams.
Well, although there was one thing that speculated, and as with all things with these movies or whatever, because one was saying it could be like a next generation type of thing, could be their kids, whatever.
So it's like the new National Lampoon Vacation or whatever.
Yeah, I think it could go something along, which I wouldn't
Or
mind.
actually,
I mean,
what did we learn tonight, guys? This is a movie that was original, but they can't release it, so now they're making it a Goonies. So
Right.
And who are we putting in it? Hammer.
what?
Harambe.
Harambe.
Yeah.
It's
Why
going
why
to
does-
take place in
yeah.
Harambe.
On location, filmed on location.
This is Josh on the streets filming live from Harambe.
That's right.
Oh, dude, we need to put our green screen back to use. We need like some sort of epic gunfight
We do.
going on in the background.
Yes.
We need, these are right. We need to come up with ideas for the green screen Christmas special.
That's right. It's never too early.
Oh, man.
Man. Coming soon. But again, let's see. So to recap the episode that you have just listened to, Harambe is an ape that was killed. Cory Feldman.
Or plates. We don't know. I'm still lost in the whole Harambe thing.
Yeah,
So.
it's somewhere in the sub-Saharan region. Cory Feldman.
Went for it, apparently shouldn't have.
Let's see. Video games are still expensive. Movies are really expensive.
Yeah.
South Park is back.
South Park's back.
Space Ghost Coast to Coast is
Is
available.
Mike's looking to do yoga while he plays Madden.
yeah. Madden yoga, which stay tuned. Like I said, C3 Health coming at you here soon.
Yeah, man.
Carrots, carrots, cauliflower, and crunch.
All carrots
That's
diet.
Josh will continue his superhero training, so
That's right. So until next time, I've been Mike.
Kyle.
Turnus.
Josh, keep
Also-
on dreaming.
Also, don't do drugs or do. It's
You're totally your choice.
It is. It's your choice.
America.
Go for it.
We'll see you guys later. We gotta go feed the children and.
Good God.